Hi, friends, and welcome to the Be Who You Need to Be podcast, where we examine all aspects of our lives, such as family, career, and especially health. My name is Samantha Elizabeth, founder and coach at Samantha Elizabeth Coaching. I specialize in health coaching and helping people clean up their diets, increase their fitness, and change the way they think about themselves and the world around them so they are set on a healthier path. You're listening to episode 5, where I talked to my mom, Diana, about being who she needs to be. We talked about her recent retirement, her relationship with God, and what she is called to do. Does retirement really lead you to be who you need to be? Listen in. So you had a great day today?
Yeah, I did have a great day. I woke up again, and I'm very grateful for that. As I've shared with you before, I just, I turned 64 this year. And my own immortality has set in. Just thinking about the last 64 years, what I can remember of it, and how I wanted the future to be different for me.
Yeah.
And what does that look like, And I just didn't want to work at my job anymore. I needed something different for my mental health.
Yeah.
I've been with the county for 22 years, and I worked in various departments of the county, and the last 2 years with the Sheriff's Works Department, which was very different than what I had ever done. But just started thinking about my life and really what I wanted out of it. And I think the first thing was to retire. And my intentions were not to retire for another year or two, but it just came sooner. I've had a lot of friends that have retired this year, and that just became more of a reality to me. And then I kept thinking about it and praying about it. And once I said it out loud, then I started to make it a reality. So I filled out all my paperwork, and I retired. I'll be 3 weeks this coming Friday.
Wow. So what did that kind of feel like, when you made that decision?
Scary. The unknown. But then, like I said, once I said it out loud, God gave me a peace about it that I really, it felt good. It felt good. Right. And everything, no matter what happens, whether it be finances or time or whatever, God will work it all out for me.
Yeah. That's great. So what was working for the county something that you wanted to do? And if you could do it all over again, would you have done something different?
I honestly, let's see, how long has it been? 30 years ago. I had moved from Massachusetts, where you and your sister were born, and my life circumstance changed, and I thought I would have a better chance at raising you by myself with the support of my family, and moved back out here to California.
Yeah.
Which big culture shock. And I live with my brother Darren and his wife. They just bought a home not too long before we moved out there, and we stayed with them for 2 months. And then I moved in with another friend, as you remember, and rented a couple rooms. Well, then meanwhile, I got the job at the feed store and met your dad, and the rest is history at this point. Now I'm going to do history.
New history, retirement now. So what has it been like so far in retirement?
Kind of a whirlwind. We went on soon. I retired. The next day I flew out to Texas. That following Sunday, we picked up your sister at the airport, and the following day we got on the ship, the Carnival, and we sailed to Cozumel, Mexico.
And
had a wonderful, wonderful time.
We sure did. I hate to say it, probably was my favorite vacation ever.
It was mine. I was having fun, and I could be myself with my friends, with my friends. There was I had no expectations and just had the best time. It
Yeah.
was very, back on it, it seems very surreal.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Well,
go ahead.
I was going to say the three musketeers, if you will, the three of us, we had been through a lot together, for sure. Yeah. And, that was, obviously a pivotal time of me and Terrace's life. And I know we touched upon it in our podcast a little bit, but, that whole time, that we were together, really brought us really close together. And it kind of just felt like we had a tinge of that, again, of the change, in our lives, at that time, and just being together, again, and just kind of sitting back and not having to worry about a lot of different things, and where we can just actually, sit back and kick up our feet, drink in our hands, that was great. Probably encourage anybody to do a vacation like that where they don't really have to worry about a lot of things. And, being on a cruise boat out in the middle of the ocean, there's not a lot of worries, right? Except for, what am I going to eat for dinner? Well, dinner, that's it.
It definitely was probably one of the biggest gifts from God.
Yeah.
To be able to reconnect in that way. I mean, a lot has changed over the last, 30 years.
Absolutely.
We've gone through our ups and downs as a parent and child, and now I'm the parent to two adult women who have their own families and children and their own unique set of circumstances.
Absolutely.
And it's been an evolving change in our relationship.
Absolutely.
We're in a real good spot, and I feel like we're just going to move forward into a different season of our life. That's going to be wonderful.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, Terrace and I are definitely grown up and, have children of our own, and, it's kind of, in turn, now we're the mothers, right? So like you were a mother to us. So you mentioned, God, a couple of times. What is your relationship like with God?
Oh, I can remember from the time I was probably in grade school that I used to go to church with my grandmother, the Catholic church in San Francisco. And it was a couple blocks from our house. And I just remember going to church with her, and they would speak in Latin. So I didn't even understand.
Oh, wow.
But I always felt God was a very pivotal part, if not all, my life. And I've gone down many paths since I knew him as a child. And I always felt him reining me back in. It's hard. I don't have the words to articulate it, but I can totally relate to the fact when men and women that go into the ministry and they say God had this calling on their life. I can totally relate to that. And I felt like God has always had a calling on my life, but I've gone down many paths to find him. Well, he was always there.
Yeah.
Just it's like I never opened the right door. That's going down all these paths or hallways, and I was opening the, where are you? And I want to say in about 15 years ago, I can't tell you what the circumstance was, but I remember being in my bedroom and just sobbing and crying out to God and telling him I'm here and I'm willing to submit. And that was a big change in my life.
Yeah.
I was willing to submit to him in all the ways that he wants me to go.
Yep.
And things started changing for us. Wasn't always easy.
Yeah.
But things started changing for us. And for me, for my heart, it seems like he just turned me around and gave me so much grace and mercy on my life.
Yeah.
And has given me this chance again.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great. So what has that been kind of like for you? You said you were, going down all these halls and everything and kind of looking, for him. What was that, kind of like to realize that maybe he was always there, for you?
He was always there. I just couldn't feel him.
Mm,
It's probably because of my own stubbornness.
mm.
That's I can be very stubborn.
Okay.
I'm sure you know that. um, I needed to humble myself.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I know, one of the things we talked about is, when you wake up in the morning, you want to say what you do, your ritual in the morning.
Oh, the one thing I was looking forward to about retirement was being able to wake up during the next day,
Mm.
and I would have to start my day and get ready for work. And I had a real big schedule. I would get up and I would spend an hour reading, and because I enjoy reading, and then I would work out for an hour, and then I would take a shower. So I was getting up at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning to leave the house by 6 o'clock and start my day at work at 7 o'clock.
Mm.
And I could have left later, but I get anxious about being late for work. I have a really good work ethic, and I just always felt being on time was actually being at work, 15 to 20 minutes early.
Yeah.
That's how I always viewed it.
Yeah.
I never could understand how somebody could just walk in 1 minute before their scheduled work time and begin their day. That would make me extremely anxious.
Yeah.
And so the one thing I was looking forward to is waking up and opening my eyes and realizing I have the luxury to stay in bed.
Mm.
First of all, I have to set an alarm clock. I'm gonna wake up whenever my body wakes up, which still seems to be about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. I haven't worked on it later, but thanking him for being on this earth one more day and asking him, how does he want me to conduct my day?
Mm.
Am I to go visit somebody? Am I to help dad at work? Am I to stay home and take care of my own home? He was going to plan my schedule from now on, not me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going to have to listen very intently, because
Yeah.
that could change from day to day.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, I just feel like he wants me to chill.
Okay. What is that like then?
Pardon me?
What is that like? Is that kind of like, are you sure you don't want me to do anything today?
It's been kind of hard, because I have a tendency to go, and I feel that I have to have some kind of purpose. But I think the purpose right now is to chill and just take it all in and rejoice in the gift he has given me. Because to be honest with you, before I made the decision to retire, inside my head, I just cry out to him, please change my situation. I really need to do something different.
Mm-hmm.
I felt such a draw.
Mm-hmm.
And work, from the time I left for work in the morning till I got home, we're talking 10 hours.
Yeah.
And I just felt there was just so much more to life than this.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I really feel that is necessary to take care of is relationships.
Mm-hmm.
I love people. I love all kinds of people. I love all, whatever your background is. I just love people. I'm very interested in knowing where you've come from, what your childhood was like, what lessons have you taken away? I just love, my favorite thing is to look at people's photo albums.
Mm-hmm.
And who's this person? And I look at the body language that's in the, I'm not a body language expert by no means, but I'm very fascinated how people present themselves in those pictures, and what are the stories that are during that time, weddings, births, vacations, and what we're doing, and that's what interests me.
Yeah.
is people.
That's good. Well, I mean, so, retired, and, you're interested in people. So what do you think your calling is?
Oh, think, I'm thinking about my family a lot, my siblings.
Mm.
I miss them. But I guess it's not meant to be right now. So one of the things that I've really been drawn to do is the Sacramento Sheriff's chaplaincy program. I had started the training, I
Yeah.
want to say maybe 3 or 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And, I have a real empathy for people, especially when they're going through struggles.
Yeah.
It's almost like I haven't walked in their shoes, or I can feel their pain, but I just feel that in a moment I can feel that
Mm-hmm.
and comfort to them, even if it's just hugging them.
Yeah. That's great. I mean, that's, definitely something, that a lot of people can't do, is, try to put themselves, in somebody else's shoes and, getting on their level and everything. So, is that something that you would like to do in retirement now?
Yes, I have looked into that, and just waiting for the right moment for God to tell me to go do that. It's not now. I thought it was. I have to share something with you. I went and saw the movie Respect with Jennifer Hudson the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about the Aretha Franklin story. And I knew nothing about Aretha's background. Just blew my mind. She had 2 children by the time she was 15 years old. Or 14 years old, excuse me. She had a baby at 12.
Wow.
2 months before her 13th birthday. And then she had the second one by the time she was 14. She had a really hard life, a hard marriage, and the movie about her life showed her as an alcoholic, and then she reached her breaking point. Well, meanwhile, her mom had passed away when she was little, and that just tore her up. Her parents were separated. Her dad was actually a Baptist preacher.
Oh, wow.
And mom had left, and she ended up dying. And I want to say she was probably 8, 9, 10, something like that.
Yeah.
This is according to the movie. I don't know for a fact.
Mm-hmm.
So later on in the movie, it shows her, she's an alcoholic, and it shows her a scene where she comes to her breaking point, and her mother shows up in the scene, and she shows her cradling her daughter and taking a bottle of liquor out of her hands. And I just started sobbing because I saw that as a reflection, not just of Jennifer Hudson's situation, but of the world, all the people that have passed and are here, that are going to come, all the pain. We've all had pain. And I just saw that representation of that. And oh man, it tore me up.
Yeah. Well, that sounds very powerful, and it's powerful to get, that message, from that time in the movie too.
It was very, very moving for me.
Sounds like it. Wow. It's very
Dad, yeah, I'm sorry. Dad was kind of, he said, wow, that scene really did something for you, because you like cried for an hour after that.
Oh, no.
It really got.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, so that's what you got from it, is that, just, thinking about all the pain, in the world, that, of the present and what's to come, and, everything. Does it make you feel maybe compelled to hopefully heal that?
Oh, most definitely. There's, I'm working on my active listening skills, which are really important.
Yeah. We talked about that. No, I mean, not that you weren't listening or anything, but, about the different types of listening, which is very interesting. Yeah.
As we went through that last week, when I was spent the week with you, that conversation we had for 2 hours really kind of rocked my world.
Wow. Yeah.
it took a lot away from it. And
Mhm.
I ever so want to be present for people,
Yeah.
whether it be a fleeting moment with somebody in the grocery store,
Mhm.
relationship. I
Right.
want, I, I feel such a calling to be present for people.
Mhm. Or
What
maybe
does
that.
that, I don't know at
Yeah,
this.
yeah. Oh, I mean, maybe more prayers needed, to figure out like what does that mean? For
Mhm.
you. That's good. So, what does being who you need to be mean for you?
Oh, that is something I'm working on. As you
Okay.
know, my husband, your father, is a pastor of a local church here.
Mm-hmm.
And there's, I have this, when he got into the ministry and I saw that which he's headed, I was like so proud of him because he's had a calling on his life since he was a little boy.
Mm-hmm.
But wait a minute, I went, whoa, 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 me? I'm going to be the pastor's wife. And then of course I looked at what does that look like? What does that
Yeah.
look like? You know, do I have to wear a polyester 2-piece suit to church? And no, and uh I I always have to speak in a heavenly language, all this stuff. And then I got to thinking, I cried out to God. I go, I can't be this. Why me? He goes, why not you?
Mm.
He said, why not you?
Yeah.
And I I'm trying to figure that out for myself. I'm trying
Okay.
to not be, I'm trying to be, I'm trying to be approachable. And the thing is I want people to approach me for me, not
Mm.
who my position is or anything. I want them to be able to approach me and be able to know that I'm going to be there for them
Mm.
and present, and I'm going to be there in a profound way.
Yeah.
If it means going and mowing their lawn because they've hurt themselves and they can't do that, or go to the grocery store, or hold their head in my lap while they sob, then that's what it's going to be.
Yeah.
That's where I see myself.
Okay. So you think maybe being a chaplain would help, and get you there?
Absolutely. Absolutely. They can offer me a lot of training that I don't know.
Yeah. Well, that's amazing, Mom. And congratulations on retiring. That is a big step in your life. And I know it's a really hard one, as well. And
Mhm.
for people that are considering retiring, or looking forward to it, too, it's great, because I know that you're still, figuring it out, but, you certainly know the direction that you want to go. You just don't know exactly what the destination is going to look like, quite yet, but I think that's wonderful. And, as God said to you, chill, for now, right?
Yeah.
And enjoy it for certain. So wonderful. Well, thank you so much for being on the podcast, and thanks for telling us your story.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you for having me and thinking my story is interesting enough to share with the world.
Like I said, I know you have 64 years of stories that I'm sure a lot of people would love to hear, and learn about you, because there's other people like you out there that also probably like look at a picture of you and go, I wonder about that lady. Wonder what her story is. Wonder what her background is, right?
A lot of my stories are going to include my grandchildren now.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Welcome. You're most welcome.
I'll talk to you later.
All right. Bye.
If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe and don't forget to rate, review, and share with your friends. Thank you for listening. I hope that you're walking away with some ways that you can live your best life and being who you need to be. If you would like to work with me, head on over to SamanthaElizabeth.com to learn more about me and my coaching services. Until next time.